Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday and welcome back. Today, in lieu of my weekly home fragrance roundup, I know this is going to annoy some of you guys because you love the weekly home fragrance roundup, but really I'm burning a lot of the same things that I mentioned in last week's video, so I'll link that video down below if you missed last week's. But in lieu of doing the home fragrance roundup this week, I thought I would take you guys through some first sniffs of some new Homeworx candles that have finally started arriving at my house. I thought we could talk about some Homeworx updates, just kind of some general information just about this brand in particular. As you guys are aware, I have loved the Homeworx candles from the first year that they were released on QVC. I have enjoyed a lot of Harry's scents and candles in the past when he was with other companies, and I have just kind of felt a real sense of connection with the types of scents that he produces, and I especially love all of his, well, I would say the vast majority of his gourmand candles, especially that he has released thus far. I tend to find the performance pretty darn good for me and in the house that we are in. Certainly, like every company, there is a dud here and there, and I have experienced those myself. But for the most part, there is a consistency to the candles overall that make it worth me spending my money on them. So everything I'm showing you here today, and I'll also talk about a couple things that haven't quite arrived yet. But yeah, all of these things that I'm showing you guys today, I have spent my own money on. I do participate as a moderator with the Homeworx Facebook fan page, I guess you could call it. So with that, I do sometimes get PR, but it's not frequent, and that's fine. That's not why I do it. And I spend my own money on this stuff anyway, and I would buy the candles regardless of whether I was moderating the group or not. So I do have one order that is coming my way from the actual Homeworx website, and I'm going to start with that as an update because a lot of you guys will be very excited to hear this. Homeworx is now selling directly from their own website, so I will link it down below for you. They're also selling Scentworx candles on the website, and then also the Scentworx Body Care, which is a newer release from Scentworx. You can also find those things at Kohl's as well. But yeah, so Homeworx now has their own website. They are selling the candles as well as the Scentworx and the Body Care directly from that website. The pricing, and I'm just gonna focus mostly on the Homeworx because I have to be honest, that's definitely my favorite. And that is the one that I choose to spend the bulk of my candle money on. But the Homeworx pricing for the candles is very similar to what it is at Ulta, which is great. So you can kind of make your own bundles. You can get them 2 for $40. And I don't know that they're going to do a whole lot of like additional sales. But a lot of you guys were complaining about the Ulta shipping, and I always put that disclaimer out there because I am aware Ulta shipping is a nightmare. I've been dealing with them for years, just with like damaged makeup and shampoo and all sorts of other things that I've ordered from them in the mail. So that was not new news to me. But the customer service has always been great, and I love the rewards system at Ulta. So I personally will still continue to purchase some of my candles through Ulta because it gets me a lot of points and gets me to the diamond status again, which I just reached largely in part to the number of Homeworx candles like the delicious banana maple pancakes here that is on the Ulta website. So, but yeah, so the pricing, although is very similar to that of Ulta, so they have that 2 for $40 special. Right now, the selection is still somewhat limited. Do know that it is going to expand over time. There may be some exclusives to the Homeworx website, just like there are some exclusives to Ulta and to QVC. I don't believe that there is a partnership necessarily with HSN anymore. So this is something to note if you maybe haven't thought about Homeworx candles in a while and you used to buy them through HSN. I kind of feel like they phased that part out. But I think the addition of that, by the way, Amazon, how could I forget about Amazon? There are some Homeworx that are also sold on Amazon. Again, the selection's a little bit smaller. You are still going to find the vast majority of new releases through QVC. So my hope is that over time, everything that is available at QVC is also available through the Homeworx website directly. One of the things that I think will be vastly improved will certainly be the packaging for shipping of the candles. Homeworx is aware of all of the damage that happened with the Ulta candles, and hence I'm positive that they're trying to avoid any of that drama when it comes to sending the candles directly from their fulfillment center. So I'm very curious to get my first package from the Homeworx website. They were generous enough to let me pick a few candles to be able to share the shipping experience with you guys. So that was kind of one of my little perks for being a moderator in the group. When those candles come in, I will certainly tell you about how they were packaged, the scents that I got. I'm very excited about one. I'm fairly certain you know which one. So I don't have those to show you quite yet. I just received my shipping notice. So I do live in Oregon, and I think the fulfillment center is in New Jersey, which, if we're thinking about geography, that is a vast distance. So I don't know what type of shipping they're going to use, whether it's going to be FedEx or UPS. And that's part of the reason why they gave us the opportunity to test the website out, is just to see how long shipping takes, how things are packaged, how they arrive, that kind of stuff. So I'll be sharing that info with you guys soon. So that's really exciting. There are still new things being released on QVC for the fall and holiday time, and things are selling out fast. Right now, I ordered 2 of the spiked eggnog candles as soon as they were released because I knew they were going to sell out. I also ordered 2 of the spiced apple crumble. I think it's the spiced apple crumble. They were like $39.50 plus free shipping. So I was like, I'm gonna pounce on that and purchase a couple of each. I did promise myself to not do a ton of doubles anymore, just because I still have such a large backlog of candles from Homeworx. So I wanted to get through a lot of those this fall, but it's gonna be hard too because now I have a bunch of new things that I'm really excited to do some in-depth reviews on. So yeah, but that being said, I have shown a lot more restraint this year. Normally, you guys have seen my Homeworx hauls in the past. I used to purchase like 5, 6 sets of some of my favorites. One of them, I think I bought like 9. Like, it was ridiculous. It was way overkill and it was way too much, and it led to some storage issues for me. So, but yeah, things are selling out fast. So my advice for you is, if you see something that goes up, I would think about snagging it rather quickly. At least one, to be able to try it out, and hopefully it gets to you before it's sold out and you have a chance to sniff it and burn it and see if you want more. But there's just no guarantees this year. I think that QVC ordered far less quantities than in years past. Or it could be that because of the pandemic and everything else that's going on, production was slowed way down and they weren't able to even get the number of candles that they were hoping to even produce. So I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but those are just kind of my 2 best guesses based on the poop show that is 2020. So there is that. So if there is something that you're really, really interested in trying, I know a lot of you were super excited about Halloween, and that was finally released. QVC, I don't think has the best communication when it comes to letting Homeworx know when they are releasing the products online or in on-air presentations. I think they have been, again, I think it's another thing related to the pandemic where they are maybe not as organized this year, but I do know that it has been frustrating for Homeworx because they are trying to let the moderators of the group know in advance, hey, this is coming down the pipeline. On this date, we have these 4 products being released. They have not been able to do that with us because QVC hasn't really necessarily even let them know. So oftentimes things are being released and we're all just like, whoa, we had no idea that was coming. So I hope that maybe after the new year, the communication is maybe a little bit more clear and I can hopefully give you guys a better heads up of scents that are coming down the pipeline, when they're going to be released, whether it's limited quantities or whether it's, you know, there's a plethora of things that are going to be available. So yeah, there's just kind of a few Homeworx updates for you. I will certainly do my best to stay connected with Sarah, who is the social media person that I work with at Homeworx. So I'll let you guys know if I ever hear any information from her, and I'll certainly update, as will the other 2 Bretts who are moderators with me over on the Facebook fan page, or I'll try to let you know on Instagram as well. So that being said, let's get to some sniffing. Some of these things are backups. Some of these things are brand new and I have not tried them. So I'm gonna start with something that I quickly mentioned in last week's video. I think it was last week's. I purchased this winter, what is this? I think this was like the winter florals. I believe that's what this was called, this particular set. I think this is still available. Anything that you can currently get from Homeworx that I'm talking about here today, I will put a link for in the description box down below. So you can follow that link. It'll take you directly to the product that you're interested in, and you can either purchase it or read up more about it or watch the presentations, because those are often recorded and then you can play them back, which is typically the way that I watch QVC these days. I don't watch much actual TV. I will just catch up on what I need on my phone. So I'll watch the presentations as I'm doing like estimates for clients, or I will listen to the presentations while I'm writing out my floral orders or whatever. But I was really intrigued by this particular set because you guys know I don't normally do florals. So it's sometimes hard for me to spend the money on floral scented candles because if I don't like them, I'm not gonna be the type of person that's like, nah, I'm sending it back. I'm not gonna do that. So I took a chance, I ordered this, and I was really glad that I did. I was so pleasantly surprised when I opened this up. So this particular set came with Blackberry Rose and Rosewood Plum. The notes on Blackberry Rose are Turkish Rose Petals, Blackberry Jasmine, and Cedarwood. Beautiful. That rose this Turkish Rose combined with the Blackberry, it's beautiful. On cold sniff, all I get is the Turkish Rose and the Blackberry. The Jasmine and the Cedarwood, not present at all on cold sniff for me. Has a beautiful purple wax. Let's take this guy off. Beautiful purple wax. This gorgeous chevron faceted glass that I was just like, this is to die for. I love this. This is the same type of glass container he had last year for a couple of his like Christmas or like holiday collections that he released. I'm really glad he kept this particular format of glass because it's beautiful. These are obviously purple. I love purples and plums. So this one, gorgeous. I will be reusing these containers afterwards for sure. I love also that there's no labels on these, 0 labels. Your labels on the bottom here. So Rosewood Plum is rosewood, black plum, cardamom, and velvet woods. Let's take those off. Beautiful mauve. Out of the two, this would be my quote-unquote least favorite, but I still really like this one. There's a definite sweet plum note in this, and that comes across right away. But there's also a really nice rose. This is more of that like old-fashioned rose type of smell. This is a more, what I would consider a more modern, not quite as granny type of rose. This one reminds me a little bit more of like an old lady's rose type scent, but not in a bad way. It's made much more palatable and actually downright enjoyable by the addition of the plum for me. I love fruit with florals. I know my friend Brett doesn't. He's always like, why is he always putting fruits and florals together? He just wants straight up florals. The florist over here, however, is like, please tamper those florals down with something else because I smell flowers all the time. I'm a florist. That's my job. I don't need to smell any more flowers. Like, it's just not my thing. I smell them at work. But this is really nice. But this is a slightly more old-fashioned rose scent here for sure. I don't really get much woodiness to this at all in terms of this like velvet woods note that they have in here. And I really don't get any cardamom. It's really just that rosewood or rose with the plum. Beautiful. I'm actually really excited to burn this one to see if the plum is even more prominent upon burning. So I'll get to burning this. It's gonna be hard because right now I am in full-on fall mode and I think these would be actually more beautiful in the springtime. So, but I'll try to do at least a couple burns to give you guys some thoughts. So there's that set. The next set is the trio of apple candles. Here's the first one. This particular set was I think $55 when I bought it, but then it had the $7.50 shipping and handling, which is insane. Anyway, this came with spiced apple crumb, mixed apple, cinnamon, sugar, clove, and nutmeg. Amazing. It actually reminds me, and I know Harry doesn't like it when we compare to Bath & Body Works candles. However, if you miss apple crumble from Bath & Body Works, this is it. It smells very, very similar, and I love that one. I have several backups, so I did compare these side by side. They're so similar, you guys. So if you missed that one because Bath & Body Works never brought it back, here it is. Also, these are that like plaid type of design. All three of the jars are different like fall colors. Beautiful like burnt orange amber shade with this one. This one is a little bit more of a true like pumpkin orange, I would say. This scent, she smells so good. This is apple pumpkin pie, red apple, pear, clove, and ginger. Yeah, all the things. I smell every single thing. The clove is really nicely done in here. I love the ginger and I love the fresh, crisp apple note that's in here. It doesn't smell like red apple to me per se. It smells more like a sweet, maybe like a Gala or something, like a Fuji. It's very sweet. It's really nice though. Perfect for October, perfect for fall for sure. And then the last one, by the way, these came with the styrofoam, which I don't like, but then a couple of my other ones did come with cardboard. So I'm hoping they're making that transition over to cardboard because the styrofoam has always seemed very wasteful to me. Penny's joining me today. Hi, Pen. Hi, Stinky Noodle. Oh, come say hi. Come say hi, Stinky Noodle.
Okay.
Here she is. Oh, I wasn't calling you Stinky Noodle.
I know, but still.
I was calling her Stinky. She's our stinkiest little noodle. Look at her. She's so cute. She's losing some fur on her little puggy muzzle. She has been hardcore playing with Mr. Kong for the last few weeks, and he licks her a lot on her face, and it's causing her to lose some of her fur. Not great, but anyway. I'm just filming. You want to sit in the chair and watch?
Yeah.
Ooh, I have an audience. All right. All right, next we have Deliciously Apple. This I have had in the past. It's really nice, but it's a very perfumey scent. This wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy it. So the fact that it was in this set was like a little bit of a bonus for me. I wouldn't necessarily want like a ton of Deliciously Apple, but it's really nice when it's burning. So if you like more, this is almost like a florally fruit. It's like the reverse of the other ones. Really, really nice. If you've had this one, you know this is very pretty. So this has juicy Macintosh, honey crisp apple, watery pear, and applewood. There really is a pear note in here for sure. And there is a like woody type note in here as well. But really it's predominantly that like sweet honey crisp apple or that like Macintosh apple note. Lovely. How long have I been talking? Sorry guys. Oh, I'm running low on time again. Okay, quickly, new things. I also ordered this particular set. This is the apple pumpkin pie, which, no, that's not it. Spiced apple crumb, apple pumpkin pie. Okay, so same, different packaging. I love this one. I'm really glad I have this one. So red apple, pear, clove, ginger. We've already talked about it, but I really did love this red chevron glass. Love it. It's beautiful. Next, and here is some of that cardboard packaging that I'm talking about. Much less wasteful for sure. Look what came back. And I'm excited. I love this one. Cranberry pumpkin cake. I featured this on my Instagram the other day. I had to have a backup of this. So cranberry, pumpkin, nutmeg, and ginger. Just beautiful. Smells really strong on cold sniff. So I'll be excited to see how the burn is on that. And again, the glass is that plaid glass there. Also, a couple more. And these I bought multiples of each. I got country apple butter again, which I really enjoyed the first time it was around. And then obviously also my beloved berry pumpkin waffles. I made sure to order 2 of these. I still have several backups. I will say I compared the old to the new because like I said, I have backups. I feel like the strength on cold sniff is exactly the same. But that being said, I haven't burned the new ones yet, so I need to burn one of these newer ones and compare it with the old one in terms of strength, because one of the things that you guys were saying was that the newer version was a little bit lighter, which that could certainly happen. So I'll see if mine are lighter. I almost hate showing you guys these because they are sold out, so it seems a little pointless. But the thing is, QVC takes forever to get me my packages. By the time these arrived to my house, they had already sold out. It takes me sometimes 2 weeks to get a package from QVC. They deliver via donkey. I'm not even joking, you guys. And then here is that apple butter. Again, compared with my very last old one, or backup, same strength on cold sniff. This has a really predominant caramel note. So this is supposed to be caramel, apple, sweet vanilla, and toasted nut. It's mostly a caramel apple scent. So not that you can get it. It might pop in the as is, so keep that in mind. But for the most part, very pleased with everything that I have purchased so far. I am definitely going to be burning, doing post-burn reviews, so those will be coming up over the next few weeks. My camera is going to cut me off here in a second, so I'm going to say goodbye with the help of my friend Penny Panopoulos over here. And we're going to go and we are going to pack up for a trip to Oma's house this weekend. That's what we're doing. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Do stay tuned for 2 candle reviews tomorrow, one from Root and one from a candle company called Otherland. So if you're interested in those, that'll be up for you guys tomorrow. It is pre-recorded. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please be sure to subscribe if you're new. Okay, bye.